Hello, and welcome back. I went ahead and cast Astral Projection because I was still wondering what throne was underneath the waves there, which is a little dangerous, but that's alright. We're going to go ahead and do it anyways. So then there's a attack on Bolden Weld. Let's go ahead and launch this one. Now they're actually throwing a significant amount at me. Let's be honest, this army is not anywhere the power of like my major two armies. And Ulm is actually going to be slightly harder to fight, just generally speaking. Ulm's just got pretty good warriors, so. Let's see what we have going here. Alright, so the battery is starting to fire off. We got the mine burns going towards the back. Got a Cloud of Death. That's basically wiped out the wolves. Those should rout now. Wow, all the way up to morale 13 for some wolves, huh? Okay, well. The Stellar Cascade batteries are working. Really, I need to scoot all my troops up. They should be closer than what they are. Using these Clouds of Death. Mostly, I just haven't wanted to go through and rescript the army and move, basically, go through and figure out which one of these out of 100 mages and etc. are where and use them, move them all forward. That's going to be a long process, and I want nothing to do with that. I mean, I would do it if I felt it were necessary, and you are being a real pain in the ass. You're killing all of my guys. Okay. Well, at least I know what happened now this battle. And now we can see our people in the back are going ahead and going with Raised Dead. Now, the Soulless are such crap, but considering you can get a ton of them for casting if there's corpses in the province, they're probably not the world's worst thing. Yeah, so lots of mages. That's what's happening here. Lots of earth elementals. We got some water elementals. They're still holding strong, though. That's good. And now we've got some skeletons up there to help keep the line going. Because obviously their mages are just ripping apart my ethereal guys, which is really what you're going to need to do against a bunch of body ethereal like this. So this ended up actually being a fairly long battle overall. Hopefully I snipe a bunch of the mages. I'm going on, I don't know, my 4th or 5th day playing this. Because I keep getting distracted and wanting to play other games, basically. But, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good end. Did we get any of their mages at all? We got 2 of the 5 warrior smiths, not good enough, and only 1 shaman. And 0 of the entered shamans. So no, we really didn't do any significant damage to their actual troops there, which is not good. We could see actually down here that it doesn't seem like 10's a lot until you realize that my armies, pretty much as generally how I use them, don't really have many troops overall. So, yeah. So, battle in Cracked Earth. They are attacking me. I have just province defense. What do we got here? That shouldn't be too bad. We have a battle in Trizia. And this is going to be me taking back my province. Honestly, there's not a lot here. This is going to be a pretty hard win for them. What's the battle end up looking like? Pretty much what we would expect. This is probably one of my more powerful armies. In fact, I would say outside of my major beat stick that's trying to take the fort from TNN, that is probably my strongest army in the game. Alright, so then we have an attack on me from Gunemia, or in Gunemia. And they're going to go ahead and try to take this back. Obviously, that's not going to work. Even though I'm starting to get a ton of afflictions on that group overall, and I really need to probably restock them at some point, it is not a problem yet. So I actually pick up a few guys. Good, we can knock them walls down just a little bit quicker. And then a battle in Umur. So my use of these guys have been absolutely terrible. I don't know. At this point, I just kind of would wonder if I just don't have the paths for it, or if I'm just not maybe using them correctly. Maybe I could have got this guy to do some invulnerability, followed by Soul Vortex. I mean, it's an option with the Death Mage. Basically, you guys should be able to figure it out. He's going to get slaughtered right here. Maybe they just don't have the same effectiveness as a Thug as they do in the multiplayer, because the stealth, the flying makes them just really hard to catch, and the AI is just going to put up more PD than what you would expect a player to put up. I'm not sure. So far, though, it's definitely been shown that I don't know what I'm doing with them, obviously. Because they're pretty damn well geared. Oh, okay, I was going to say I don't have any Cloud of Death casters. That's the heat aura from these guys. So let's go ahead and turbo through this. This mostly looks like PD to me, considering the amount of provinces they had. They should have, I would guess, decent PD, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge because obviously the AI is spending money differently than what it used to. And I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so there's their dragon, who jumps right in. I'm also not understanding how they're able to get their flying units all the way into the back with the range. And you can see right here, I am nailing all my guys with some fatigue here. That's that Stellar Cascades. It will hit your own guys. And I do have a bunch of my Skelly spammers. Well, not a bunch. I have only a couple here. But something to supplement the army is always good. Because I'm really not going to be spending any more money on Death Gems. I have thought about picking up some Inaris. In fact, we'll kind of have a slight discussion as quickly as I can on overall options. Yeah, we're going to just quit watching that. I lose 3 of my Flagrants and 1 Amazon. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, they only had 21 troops there. So it's a couple thousand. So a hostile mage has discovered, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, and he's become feeble-minded. So let's just go ahead and go to the commander. This is basically what will happen if there is a opposing astral mage who sees you astral projecting. He will go ahead and attack you, and he will give you the battle wound feeble-minded, which is pretty terrible, considering it completely wipes out your ability to be a mage. Now, basically, what we see here, blah, 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 Mind Lord who radiates power. Now, I know there's a Mind Lord here, which is a cap-only slow to recruit EA Riley unit, and they are pretty good water astral mages. I don't know if he's guarding the Tier 2 throne or not, though. He might be, which is why I keep throwing mages at this. Or I guess I've been throwing at him. I for whatever reason, I can't ever remember seeing the pop-up before. But I'm pretty sure I told like 3 mages before this to do this, and, well, whatever. So 529 gold from a Prospector Genius. Saw a Great Disaster. Again, you're not going to be able to completely mitigate if you want to go with Misfortune, but, you know, maybe you can mitigate enough of it to to maybe make it overall worthwhile. And then I have a Scout who's killed. They found him finally. Boo. I'm still destroying the gate here, and I'm still destroying the gate here. But we need more time to succeed. Alright, so what we see is a couple of things that really need to be talked about. And one is going to be, I talked about the horrible, horrible one-map movement on these and why I do not like them. as much as what I should. And this is going to be a pretty damn key area of why I think this right here. Because you're looking at a situation where I really could attack this and hopefully be able to break away to free up my fort next turn, and that's just not possible with a map move 1 unit. So basically, whatever I do with this unit, it cannot really hold the borders like a normal army can. Of course, when you've got an unconventional setup like up there, a bit of a different story. So what we're going to do is I'm going to attack here. I'm going to assume that this army attacks here, but I'm bringing in my vampires anyways, just in case. Did I actually script them? I do not believe I did. Kind of glad I saw that. I could probably scoot them forward a little more, but I'm not going to. I don't expect them to move into here, but I'm actually producing some troops right here, and I'm moving in what minor mage power I have, meaning this, with my vampires, is going to be a defensive force for over here. And hopefully, they're able to wipe this out if this does go to the fort here, because there's not really another option of getting this back in here. I got to come back up here, retake the fort from my opponents, and probably begin chasing them through my lands, which is something that's terrible and I don't want to do. But this is just, this is going to be pretty bad, I think, no matter how I look at it. And this is just a major flaw of the Inaris. The map move 1 makes them very predictable, and it gives you good options tactically, because obviously having a Death 2 mage that can communion, and the nature side of it, is very handy. But on the flip side, when it comes to strategic stuff, like the movements on the map and stuff, they're pretty terrible. So I'm making my call. I'm going to assume the 10 mages I have here will be able to handle it. The next thing is going to be, how do you break out of a basic defensive perimeter, which is pretty much what I've got at this point? How do I continue to move forward? I mean, we can already see that this army is able to move forward ever so slightly, but the chances are I'm not going to be able to take this fort. Chances are they're going to continue to move troops up and up and up and up, and I'm just going to have to basically run this unit around defending down here along with the secondary unit, which hopefully I can get some damn Dominion down here because I don't want to lose my vampires. So how do you break out of this? Well, there's probably not a lot I can do to break out of it down here. There's really not. That's even considering that they don't want to keep trying to knock me off this throne and decide to go this direction, which I really don't have anything at all to fight them with down here. But how do you break out of it up here? Because I said this, I overforwarded a bit, obviously. But where do you eventually move from a defensive to an offensive position here? Well, these big death stacks of communion balls are one way, but how do you basically begin freeing them up as well? We can see here, since I have my pretender here, I'm going to just start recruiting 11 of those, 5.5 per turn, out of my capital. And what I'm going to be doing is probably getting about 20 of them, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm literally going to have my god and some sacreds begin defending this, and we're going to take this other big death ball and probably, I don't know which direction, roll them out. Basically, all of these mages right here will be going out and killing things shortly, or should be. I'm not going to guarantee it. Things do change. As well, we have shifted up our use of gems. All of my astral pearls are now going into some crossbows for those little pathless guys. Going to try to get some use out of them. This is going to be an MR negates, but it's a one-hit kill. If they hit, the unit's dead. Well, if they hit and they don't pass the MR check. Maybe not the best use. It's probably the best use I have of the Astral Pearls, all things considered currently. I'm also doing up Dragon Scepters now at this point, which I'm not going to be able to make many of them because I don't have a Very good gem income. And at this point, I'm forging up some wall shakers. So what is wall shaker? Not a great siege bonus, especially when you compare it with Gate Cleaver, which is 50. However, they're pretty nice. They're going to be able to panic, which is a morale check. Forces the opponents to take a morale check on an Area 5. I think it's a morale check, huh? Or does it lower their morale? I'm not actually sure offhand. But it's got a big area, 5 plus 2 levels for every extra. Well, we're not actually casting it anything higher. It's only range 25, so there's a good chance I'll hit my own guys with it as well. But I'm really wanting to tear down these fort walls and get this unit moving again, which means my air gems are better spent on something else. Hopefully, I can find some more air gems at any point, because literally all of them I've taken from somebody else. And yeah, that's pretty much it, minus the fact that we are bringing him down with the handful of troops I have. Not a lot, let's be honest here. I'm also bringing down him. The reason being, I'm probably going to get a few Legion of Whites cast and bring them over here because I really want to get this gate down. And the good thing about the Legion of Whites with one of those Deathcasters is I'll just be able to shift them down here to begin taking that out once I free up this army. So, pretty easy as you can see. I've got mage recruitment turned on all over the place again because I have an absolute buttload of gold again. Probably not enough to turn it on everywhere, and I really haven't turned it on everywhere. I thought I moved all you guys out. Yeah, you're supposed to be up here helping to defend my borders there, buddy. You know what? We got him just auto-casting each turn, whatever. That'll be good enough. Alright, so that looks to be it. So basically, I'm just trying to use other means to free up some of my guys across the world, and no magic sites all over the place. If I can manage that, then what you're going to find is that, ooh, that's actually pretty damn dangerous. Oh, I never did mention the cave grubs. I gotta have a cave for those. I forgot about that completely. You can only cast these in a cave province, so I haven't made these. But a siege bonus of 10, man, and they've got a strength 17. These are not a bad unit at all. I wonder how that got horror marked. But whatever. Obviously, come on, get lots and lots of body ethereals down, guys, because they have griffins, which we don't want to play with at all. Hopefully we can mind blast, target the griffins, target the griffins, target the griffins. What was that? Was that Arrowfend? Yeah. No, do not target the cave grubs, guys. Come on, target the griffins. You suck. Okay, knock the griffins out then. That'll work too. I don't care. I just don't want them jumping into my mages back there. They're going to jump into my mages. I'm not sure why they're not attacking rear, actually. A little confused at this point, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cry about it either, though, because let's be honest, I really don't want to deal with a bunch of damn griffins. Oh, there's a cloud of death. Come on, run right into it. You know you want to, AI. Oh, I think I probably knocked most of them out at this point. Well, hopefully we can snipe some of the mages here. They don't seem to have as heavy of a mage focus as what Ulm does. Obviously, Cloud of Death not really going to affect these elementals at all. I do have a ton of bottles of living water that I'm kind of just hanging on to right now to make sure that I end up... Ah, their mage just got away. Yeah, well, that's good enough. We know what happened as they are retreating. We did not get either of the mages. I lost a barbarian chief and a priest. And I gain a barbarian and a griffin. Huh. Okay. A battle in Moafet. That's gonna be attacking their fort here. Okay, either I didn't intercept their troops or they are currently inside. Don't know which. Yeah, I stole troops from them, that's why. I am a little nervous about this group down here if they want to keep throwing masses of mages at it. But if they're not going to, they're just going to feed me troops. And where did they attack? Oh, they attacked way up here. Okay. Alright, so maybe I'll need more than 4 turns of Sacreds if they're going to start throwing several hundred troops at this. You know how many are there? 133. Alright, population, -20. Boo. That should be a horror mark, I believe. No? What is it? Battle fright. Oh, he got scared because he saw beyond the veil. Yeah, makes sense. Air gems 5, good, because I'm actually out of air gems. Defense plus 10, that probably is not going to be anywhere that's really important. Okay, so we've breached the fortification. They've breached my fortification, but I have an army sitting right there. Being that I'm fighting a water nation, I really don't want to try to push aggressively right here. I want to be able to maintain this piece of the border here and have, you know, an army to basically defend this border up here. Having a strong set of options there is good for me. Wow, you are you are in bad shape, man. I'm pretty sure that should have triggered gem usage, but we're just gonna check. I still only need 1 blood slave. I'm not sure why she's not using both blood slaves the last few times. Actually kind of curious about that. Haven't really taken time to look, though. Not quite that curious. You are the first one in line, right? Yeah. Alright, so, storm the castle. Storm the castle. I should have a couple guys here still continuing to hold out. Looks like I've pretty much done the water site searching. So I'm gathering up a new set of soothsayers right here. The plan is I will bring them down here and reinforce this army. I was actually building them to reinforce this group right here. Decided that is not a good idea, and I moved you to the wrong province. You were supposed to go over here with that wall shaker. Okay, well, whatever. Head south with them. Apparently, I have no ability to figure out basic common things. So let's go ahead and storm the castle. So they did not move forward there. I'm not going to lie, we're going to try to get a temple here because I really want to get my dominion into these forts for my vampires. Really, I want to be pushing outside of my areas, but I'll live with whatever I can get a hold of right here. Yeah, so you guys all basically defend. That's good. Since you're just standing around, let's go ahead and summon up some allies, though. Should I just blood hunt? I basically got enough to cast another vampire right now, but I was thinking I would need all of these units. I don't think that that should be a problem. I am not going to go with my thugs against these lizards. These are 2 attacks on the lizards, and basically they should be able to punch through that very high defensive value with relative ease. So that is not something I am looking forward to doing. Yeah, sure, go ahead and site search since you're just standing around for the turn. is there any more troops here that you can pick up? No. Let's go ahead and grab up. Did I happen to have more troops on anybody else? No, I did not. Okay. Good to know. Since these are basically just arrow catchers, I really don't care who leads them. All they have to do is be able to take, like, 2 rounds of arrow fire. So, yeah, they're going to sit way out front, all on their own. In fact, let's put the bear up there. He should be able to eat more than most of the other ones. Yeah, whatever. That's good enough. You know, these warriors are going to be a lot better than these Icathids. Let's change this up just a little bit. Because those are actually not a terrible warrior. They're not exactly great, but they still come with the 2 attacks, and their stats are not, horrible, and especially when you start comparing it with something like that. Those would probably be the ones I want to save just ever so slightly more. So, basically we just got to dance this at this point. Not happy about having to do that. So I can't use up all my holy points, as you can see here, but that one production becomes pretty good at this point when I'm wanting to get sacreds again, because obviously I'm not pulling in any resources from around me. Alright, with those air gems, we got another horn here, another wall shaker. You should just go ahead and research for the moment. She's basically going to lead the troops. They're very good leadership on them. I know I haven't really been using them for leaders, mostly because, well, I really didn't do any fighting until I ran out of money, and then I couldn't buy any of them. Well, that's not exactly true. I chose to use the 4 I had instead of being good leaders and maybe giving them some thistle maces so that they could actually cast some spells in battle that were worthwhile. I went ahead and went the route of thugging them, which I threw 2 of them away against some mages that we knew, or I knew, was going to be a bad idea. I just went ahead and did it anyways, though. Because I am a very, very talented and bright individual. It's not because I'm a complete moron. Although I could certainly see why you might think that. Okay. So at this point, I thought they were going to come back here. I moved back and patrolled it out. Do we happen to have? Yes, we do. So let's start tossing some bows out here. Really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who does not have paths here and does not have a weapon? I basically already set these guys all to fire. I just didn't have enough archery equipment to continue to fund the rest of them. Anything I can turn into a usable unit. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Astral Nations overall. I know a lot of people really like them. And I just don't see a ton of value for my Astral Gems anyways. Obviously, I really like the pin-boosted communion spells you can do, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't want to script anybody else who we're not going to. So I'm going to try to knock this out. Basically, just keep dealing damage so that they're not attacking elsewhere. What do we have here? You are searching for magical sites, and you are a 2-fire? I actually want you up here. Yeah, and I'm going to just continue to pump out Clam of Pearls in case I need to split some of these armies up or anything of the sort. Then the option is there. Did I really decide I was going to move a couple of you guys out? Obviously I did. Obviously, I thought my flank was ever so slightly weaker down here, so let's go ahead and throw you in your own group. Who else is undisciplined? The barbarians. Okay. So let's go ahead and throw these into a line. Something like that. Oh, it's a Horn of Valor. I was going to say, how did I get a wall shaker down there? But they don't have a wall shaker. I'm just a moron. Did I already do gems here? Yeah, the regeneration, pretty important. I just really want to make sure it's done each turn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I have a bunch of people that I did not script back here, obviously? Okay, so we need to get rid of the Bloodthorn. Grab up a Skull Staff. We're just going to Shift M because I don't want to sit here and mess with this over and over again. And we're going to begin spamming out Legion of Whites. I can just barely cast it. Obviously, I'm not going to get any extras out of it. But whatever. It's well worth it. Do I happen to have my prophet here? I do. Good. So we're site searching, obviously, with him. Because it turns out that I couldn't make cave grubs because you need a cave for cave grubs. I know. Shocking. So I got those 3 left. Now these guys actually, I do have some land down here. Probably not going to worry about, site searching all of this out yet because it's a pretty dangerous area. If these guys get sniped by their army, I'm going to be pretty pissed, but whatever. They should go for the fort, I would think. Oh. So hopefully we are just a few turns from being done here. I probably need to send somebody up to lead my troops since I'm taking my prophet out of this army. Damn, I don't have anybody in an adjacent province, do I? That's alright, I can march north along their area and meet up in a couple battles. Dire Port, and somebody else has already got a global up. All light from the night sky shines down upon Eater of Filth, God of the healing art, Lord of the flowers and spring. Truly magnificent sight for the entire... It takes no oracle to interpret this as a sign of true divinity. This is not one of the more important magic rituals, but the astral power harvested from the night sky will surely be used against you. This enchantment must be destroyed before it is too late. They're not lying. That one does... I think it only gives 5 astral pearls a turn, which is pretty terrible. So, okay, good. They did attack me here. That's what I wanted to see. Honestly, I don't think that should be a battle that we need to watch. Yeah. Didn't get nearly as many kills as what I would hope on a battle that size. They must have routed fairly quick. The cowards. Then there's a battle in Scraw Point. Oh yeah, I'm attacking them up in my northwestern side. Wow, that's pretty big. Oh yeah, I have another little arrow catcher I have standing back there. I should probably throw him out front. Yeah, so we've knocked out probably a quarter to a third of their army. I mean, literally knocked them out. They're too tired and they've fallen asleep. All I have to do is just keep dealing damage to them and then not allow them to keep moving. Okay, so they have their hero here, who is also their prophet. Would absolutely love to kill him. That is not going to happen, though. I'm not a moron. Is it me, or did it look like they were tossing javelins all the way back here? Yeah, they're definitely tossing. Their slingers are hitting me in the back for whatever reason. Not quite sure why that's happening. Oh, come on, cut this group off before they get to my mages. Come on, guys. There you... No, no. Keep going. There you go. Also got some moving in down here, but yeah, they're pretty much fatigued out, so whatever. Might actually lose my couple of communion slaves. I think I went 10 to 1 here, or 6 to 1, something like that. Because some of these battles I had a feeling were going to be fairly long, as is obviously the case. And you can see they're spamming Paralyze, which is a god-awful spell to spam out of a communion, in my opinion. But the AI loves it. Who are you? Why are you? Oh, you're out of arrows. Okay. Well, try not to die. Oh, even my regular guys are spamming Paralyze at this point. Yeah, I'd much rather you guys mind burn, but I can see why they're not doing it. The Furbolg have really high MR, so makes some sense there overall. Alright, you know what? We're done watching that. That should be... Okay, so I lost 3 Soothsayers. Looks like somebody found an Ethereal Crossbow. I lost my Flagrant. I lost a handful of Amazons, and I gained some Ogres. And I did manage to wipe out a significant chunk of their army on this side of things. So they're going to make another play at the fort. Let's just see if it's even worth watching. No, it is not. Ah, we managed to catch the 2 mages this time. Good, good. Still a little concerned here. Let's just see how it's looking. It's looking great. Oh, they got sappers. They were using some mercenaries that gave me a bunch of siege bonus, guys. Oh my god. That's actually pretty lucky. I just gained 40 siege bonus out of that. So these are a mercenary company, and guess what they are good at? The sappers are great at sieging things down. In fact, they have a specialty commander? Apparently not. That's actually pretty humorous, at least where I'm sitting right now. I'm getting a great chuckle out of it. Battle in Traiza. Okay, well, this is actually a significant army. And for whatever reason, I have a bunch of guys up in the front. Did I not script this army properly? Well, looking at it, I can say that it appears that I scripted half this army and did not script the other half. Because that's exactly what it looks like. There should be some significant casualties right here. Don't have a lot of troops here, nor a lot of skelly spammers. If I'd thrown some bottles of living water on, this would be alright. Apparently, if we had just watched this before and I had paid attention, I would have noticed that. I can expect some mage losses here, which is not good. What are all you guys in the front? Did I at least script you and just maybe not put you in the back line where I was supposed to or something? Ah, whatever. Oh, no, come on, start mine burning or something, guys. Do not let the cavalry into my flanks of lots and lots of mages. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, keep mine burning them. You've almost got them all. You suck. You're done, aren't you? Alright. Well, skeletons, maybe you guys will go up there and get in their way? No, of course you won't. And this is why I like double and triple check my scripting, because you have things like this where it's obvious I did not script a large portion of this army, or if I scripted them, I did not move them into the proper positions. Double checking all your stuff, never the world's worst idea. Alright, so that one is a win. How bad were the losses? Only 2 bone fiends. That's not bad. I really actually expected some heavier losses there. So I am breaking into the fort here. That's not worth watching. How are the damage from the towers? I lost a spirit guide. I got the skull staff back at least. That's not great, and I lost a couple soothsayers. And then we have the actual really important battle. Yeah, you could see where the death in my mage line's coming from, obviously. Oh, man, I told them all to siege, including my scout. Whoops. He was not supposed to siege. He was supposed to continue to hide. Hopefully I didn't lose too many blood slaves out of this, so... I do lose one of my chieftains. That better not be my prophet. That's going to be really funny if it is. Alright, so pretty good overall. There's a battle in the arena. You send just a Mountain King, you're an idiot. That sucks. There's actually quite a few negative preaching events in Yomi, which I should probably go take care of with a, I don't know, a group of something. Maybe even just get some wolves together. They're not hard to kill. Okay, luck's going to increase worldwide. That's really not going to have a effect on me, really. Son of a bitch, that was my prophet. Okay, let's just check this scripting here. Yes, I have a bunch of them set in the front. Did I just not even bother to script them, at least? Yeah, I didn't even bother to script them. Okay. This would probably be where I got bored the other day, because this is a long process going through scripting all this. And the worst part is, it becomes very hard to see where you're at here, and I always miss like 3 or 4 guys, and then I have to flip through. Let's see, how many mages would there be right there? Then I have to flip through like 100 commanders trying to figure out which one. It takes forever for me to script up. I really kind of wish this whole thing was done a little different. Just kind of is what it is. I'll rectify that, though, shortly. Unfortunately, that means my god is probably coming down here, which makes all of these sacreds I'm recruiting useless for the moment, because I can't get a new prophet for like 6 months. I'm probably going to funnel in my whites and ghosts here next turn. I probably won't move them out this turn. They should be able to hold for another turn all on their own. So here are your whites. 20 hit points, protection of 19, very, very good overall. Defense skill of 14, so above average. They do have the helm and the shield here, which, counts, and they're pretty decently armored. Now, they do have the chill aura. You got to be careful, because just like those cold elementals, these will chill your guys, and they will become blue and take fatigue damage constantly. The MR could definitely be better, considering these are undead. Especially if you're looking at a nation with like a lot of holy 3s and stuff like that, or maybe even holy 2s, they might be able to really deal some damage to your whites overall. But the morale's 19, so they're really not going to run. And the attack skill's 12. Thankfully, they have a pretty decent Baneblade, which also has the decay effect on it, though. They're a strong unit for... What am I paying for them? A gem and a half, I think? 30 by 20... Yeah, I think that's a gem and a half. I probably won't move them out until next turn, but when I do, it will be basically something like this, with whatever else I get in the time in between. How many undead can you lead? Not enough. I'll probably summon up an Inari, actually, to lead them then. How many? What's the undead leadership on an Inari? Only 60. 60 with a Skull Staff should be able to carry 90, though, which I think should be enough to get them all over there, even if the Inari can't do it on their own. And basically, I'm going to have to hand all of these units that my god is carrying off to this person who is going to lead them eventually, but is going to have to take over because I need to come down here and I need to bust open these thrones so that I can win the game and end it. In fact, we're actually going to make sure that my unit gets down there a little quicker because we're going to have flying. So, don't have a lab there. I got a lab here. 1, 2, 3. Fairly easy. I might just actually stand here and patrol for a couple turns until... Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go ahead and attack out. I definitely want this fort unobstructed, though, when my god gets here. And hopefully by that time I will move out some wall shakers and... Oh, I must have guys running to these provinces. That must be what's going on here. I'll have the wall shakers and I'll have all these undead down here, so by then I should maybe be able to tear through this fort, followed by this fort, which is still saying 450 defense, but I swear that's what this one said, like, right before I attacked it. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm getting caught up in a bunch of BS that really is not important. Wow, they lost one of their provinces here. That's good. Less that I have to deal with. I did not know Clockwork Horrors were amphibious. Huh. So, let's see. 1, 2... Yeah, well, I could just move these guys in and patrol. Yeah, we're pretty much winning the game. I'll bring this army across here to here. With the wall shakers and undead, the wall should fall quickly here in between the two combined armed forces. We should be able to knock that out in a turn or two. So, 1, 2... 1, 2... Figure 3, 4, 5... I'm going to say 6 turns till the game's over, if I'm just going to guess. Could be as much as, 7 or 8, but 6 should be pretty accurate, I would think. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and I'll see you next time.